4,025 pounds, late model, very nicely kept Rockwood Roo 21DK here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Why is it here is always the natural question I ask with any used RV, and in this case, it was a situation where you had Grandpa and Grandma, 2 dogs, and they want to start taking 2 of the grandbabies with them, and this thing was just no longer fitting their needs, so they swapped her out for a larger, fully enclosed bunkhouse. One of the questions people ask all the time is, can I get through the thing when the slide is closed? Like if I have to pack the camper up, if I want to stop and get a sandwich. And the answer in this one is an unequivocal, yes you can. And what's kind of cool here is even without the slide out, if you had to, if you're going to stop overnight, you could still have enough room where you could get in here, you could put down one of those beds or 2 of them if you need to, and be able to sleep through the night, and then get back in the morning, open it up fully, or do whatever you have to do before heading out. And it does not take long when you step inside to realize this is clean, this is sharp, this is very nicely kept. And it's kind of funny how the member berries hit you. I remember this is the lighter maple wood tones with the Sydney decor. And I remember that because P. Sherman 42 Wallaby Way Sydney. That's how I remember. Anyway, you've got a full U-dinette over here with a free-floating table. So if you want to scoot that around, you can. What's nice is you have a nice door-side breeze window, which is a hard find in a lot of RVs, with full storage above. And we'll get to more storage later. Well, the other thing I want to really point out in here is that despite this RV's size, we do have full centralized air. And it's actually double ducted. You can see there's 2 AC runs there. Now I'm kind of just chilling out on the front bed. I'm actually sort of laying sideways like you picture Cleopatra currently. Not the most attractive visual image for anyone who's ever seen me. Regardless, you see that all the original electronics and everything are still here. That is a Bluetooth DVD player. The TV actually pivots out and you can mount the TV outside if you are so inclined. And those little pockets around the DVD system, they work as a great little sort of phone charging station, if you will. So what's kind of cool here, it's actually this kitchen slide out with all that storage built into the slide and off the floor plan, like that big pantry on the right hand side there, that gives us the ability to have that door side window. Now, this has a deceptively deep, good countertop space right here. If you take note, you can see how it's actually, it goes way behind the stovetop, and you can see that appliance outlet right there. And that's where this one is extra large, because we tend to view things 2-dimensionally. We tend to look at it, and we tend to go like this and say, that's all the kitchen there is. But if you note, guys, there's like an extra entire foot behind everything here, which is perfect for prep space, appliances, and the fact that they've recessed both the tempered glass stovetop and put a cover on a recessed stone cast sink. A nicer sink rated for up to 500 degrees will, you know, maximize your total prep area in this little RV, and yet another outlet down here where it's easy to reach. Now, over here, this is all maple hardwood cabinet doors, by the way, pocket screw cabinetry. Outside, we've got a miniature, a little mini fridge out here. And it's at like chest or belly level, depending on how tall you are, so it's easy to access, instead of having to get on your hands and knees to access it inside. Well, above that, there had to be space. You know, there had to be a thing. So what we get here is this big, nice hanging closet. And a giant hanging closet like this in a small hybrid camper, that is a rare find. You will also find storage below the sort of, if I lift this up, you can see the bit of the bench area, if you will, below that hybrid bed. So they utilized every little nook and cranny they could. Now, these beds are supported by those cables right there, so there's no poles or anything outside. And they are rated for about 1,050 pounds. So you are not going to overload those things. You're going to have to really go out of your way to screw those bed ends up. And in here, the bathroom is right next to the door for quick, easy ins and outs. And you may have noticed this is a completely carpetless camper with no heat vents in the floor, by the way. So it's a very easy cleaning camper. Very nice if you're camping in a sandy spot. But the foot flush stool here has great counter space next to it. Now above that you'll find the Max Air vent fan with a roof vent cover built right in from the factory level. And over here in that shower, you'll notice we've got a vaulted ceiling with a skylight to give us good headroom in there. And they put the skylight all the way against the wall to maximize that, with a handy little shower caddy. And that's given us a place to keep our body wash and our soaps and stuff like that, so that the you know, we don't have to try to like bend over and hit our head against something, or reach outside of the shower curtain to grab a bottle of shampoo off the bath counter and get water everywhere. None of that's going to be a problem now. Outside, she is clean, well kept. I don't see any areas where there's like blemishes. There's no staining, no snags, no, you know, cuts, no fuss, no muss on these bed ends here. Everything on there looks pretty darn good. And what's kind of cool about these is that Rockwood actually C-channels their bed ends in place so that you don't need to worry about attaching all this every time you open it. You just drop the door, put up the shepherd's hook, and you're done. And they were the first one to go to the like easy reach, easy access lock system there. And I like that those bed ends have just a normal lock built right into them. Now this RV has an all aluminum skeleton. The idea there being to keep the weight down, but you know, keep the quality up. And Rockwood being the most successful laminated trailer basically in history, they've accomplished that well. Frameless windows here give the RV a real sleek, sharp look. This little compartment is a small storage compartment under the like kitchen sink area, in an area that'd be hard to reach inside. This is cool down here though. This is a 4-wheel independent suspension. So instead of leaf springs, you have not just torsion axles, but a torsion suspension system that, long story short, will help this thing kind of corner like it's on rails by helping the RV stay flat when cornering instead of leaning. Now, both the bathroom vent fan and the living room max air vent fan, because there are 2 on this, have the roof vent covers on them. So you can have some great airflow on this going anytime, and very handy for boondock camping because those are simple 12-volt powered fans. They're just really nice 12-volt powered fans. Also, they put about the biggest awning on this thing that you really can on a camper this size. And no surprise here, the awning, like the rest of the camper, looks pretty good. Auto rain dump arms that are also manually tilt and lock able. We've got an anti-slam entry door with the larger folding handle for easy come and go with double steps for the simplest possible come and go. And out here, this is what the DK stands for, like door side kitchenette. It's sort of an outside kitchen-ish thing. I guess you could call it a deconstructed outside kitchen if I was going to use Food Network culinary terms, you know? Kind of like, every time you hear the word aioli, guys, that just means mayonnaise. Every time you hear chutney, it just means chopped up fruit, you know? There's a code to this stuff. Anyway, so we've got an outside mini fridge here, but I like the little extra pocket next to it. You'll always find something to do in the little space over here. The little outlets up here also kind of give you a, it's not, what is that switch to? That's not outlets. They ran custom wiring to something. I don't know what that is. I'm going to try to figure out what that is because I'm a little confused as to what, that's not factory work. Hey, we just discovered something together. Anyway, outside TV hookup. TV inside can float outdoors. You can hook it up here if you want. If you want to add a grill, she's all set and ready for one. And there is full-length LED lighting under the awning as well. And overall, the awning looks all right. It looks pretty normal for an awning that's been rolled up for a while, but I don't see any like long-term stains, scars, snags, anything like that. We can do hitching, pieces, parts, trades, financing, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything else for you here at Haylett RV. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.